Remember that the deadly war between Israel and Hamas has been now ongoing for 1 month. Israel continues to pound the Gaza Strip in an all-out attack on the Hamas. The IDF released footage showing Israeli tanks roaring on the streets of Gaza and Israeli troops taking over the Strip as Operation Hamas intensifies. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu replied to all the nations suggesting ceasefire. Netanyahu said, and I quote, "We say this to both our enemies and our friends. We will continue until we beat them," unquote. IDF also released call recordings between Gazans and Israeli officials alleging that Hamas is willing to risk the lives of civilians. Meanwhile, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas during his second trip to the region since the decades-old Israeli-Palestinian conflict reignited.
אני רוצה גם שתדעו שיש דבר אחד שאנחנו לא נעשה. לא תהיה הפסקת אש בלי החזרת חטופינו. שיוציאו את זה בכלל מהלקסיקון. אנחנו אומרים את זה גם לאויבינו וגם לידידינו. ואנחנו פשוט נמשיך עד שננצח אותם. אין לנו אלטרנטיבה.
This is a satellite image of the hospital complex taken after the massacre of 7th of October. I'm going to zoom in on the area here. Okay? Across the street. Only 75 meters, 80 meters to the hospital. Here, the IDF identified a launch pad, meaning they launch rockets from here. I want to repeat it. They launch rockets on Israel 75 meters from an hospital. Why? They know precisely that if Israel will airstrike a launch pad like that, the hospital would be damaged.
Villages near the Gaza border are completely deserted as Israel continues its all-out attack against the Hamas. In fact, several people have become refugees in their own country. This is a report that my colleague Rajesh Pawar has in fact filed from the Gaza border.
There were a lot of cars on the roads in south of Israel on 7th of October, and they were intercepted by these terrorists of Hamas, and a lot of them were shot with the RPGs, grenades, rifles, and all kind of munitions. And you see like hundreds of these cars lined up. Some of them have been so badly shot, like it looks like a big rocket has hit them, some rocket propelled grenades or some other kind of grenades have been hit. And there are hundreds of them here, and this is not the only site. And they are trying to now scrape each and every part inside so that they can do DNA testing and can identify these missing people. This is Rajesh Pawar from Gaza border, India Today.
India Today is relentlessly reporting from the war epicenter. My colleague Rajesh Pawar earlier spoke with an IDF spokesperson. Listen into this exclusive conversation.
Right now here with me is an IDF spokesperson. May I know your name, please?
Sure, I'm Adam Ita.
Adam, can you please tell me a little bit about this place?
Yeah, sure. So right here, we're in kind of an improvised parking lot by Kuma, very close to the Gaza Strip. And what you can see here is that hundreds of thousands of cars, of remainings of cars from the 7th of October brutalized attack by Hamas. All those cars here in order to search for remainings, to identify missing persons, and you can see the destruction, the level of
yeah, it's amazing. Like they are really badly damaged. So what do you think really caused this kind of damage? Was it only this rocket propelled grenades, RPGs, or some other kind of ammunition has been used on them?
Sure, RPGs, hand grenade, AK-47, you name it. There's everything here. You can see the evil. I think that each and every car has a story to tell.